Well, first things first, can I just make a modest request to everybody at Newsmax, unlike everywhere else? It's not Kyiv, okay? We don't call Paris, Paris. It's Kiev.
Kiev.
More serious, he's invading. This is a fact. The premier of Russia is a former KGB colonel who, on the record more than once, has stated that the greatest tragedy, greatest geopolitical tragedy of the 20th century was the loss of the Soviet Union. And he sees Ukraine as part of Russia, and he wants it back. He will use his troops. There's no other reason. He's not amassing 130,000 troops on the border just to rattle a saber. He's waiting for the opportune time, probably during the Olympics. It's clear that the bilateral he had prior to the Olympics with Xi Jinping was a discussion on how China could exploit its military to take Taiwan as he was taking Ukraine. So there's no question in my mind that Putin wants Ukraine, and he will try and take it imminently.
Well, the Olympics are underway right now. So based on your predictions, it seems like it could be any day. I know there had been reports as well waiting for the ground condition, for the ground to be solid, so tanks could roll in as well, essentially that it would be cold enough to do so. But that sounds like what you're describing is, again, this idea of waiting until Vladimir Putin acts first. The U.S. has essentially done a wait-and-see approach, right? Is there something that could be more proactive to prevent an invasion before it would even happen?
There's only one thing: replacing the senile old man in the White House with somebody who's got a backbone and believes in America and America first. So sadly, no, in terms of realpolitik, as long as you've got a cowardly sycophant to globalism in the White House who doesn't have his mental capacities, as long as you've got an administration full of people who hate America and the American military, whether it's Lloyd Austin as the Secretary of Defense, whether it's Mark Milley testifying about white rage as he sits there in his dress uniform with more medals than Patton ever wore, or whether it's Jake Sullivan and all these beta males that fill the highest ranks of the administration, whether it's Antony Blinken, who was literally slapped down by communist China at the Anchorage summit and just sat there like a good little boy. No, nothing. It's like the Obama years. We had 8 years of the world on fire, China remilitarized, North Korea launching ballistic missiles over the Sea of Japan, Russia invading the Ukraine for the first time, and then, of course, we had the rise of ISIS. When you have a lack of American leadership, and I'm not talking about interventionism, that's not what my former boss represented. Remember, he said no more stupid wars. But when you have a lack of determination in the White House, bad guys do bad things, and that's what's going to happen, sadly, in the Ukraine. Under Biden, nothing's going to change.
Again, we wait and watch at this point as almost 130,000 reported Russian troops surround Ukraine. Sebastian Gorka joining us on the program. Thank you so much. We appreciate the conversation.
God bless you. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.